Why do some people struggle so hard to admit when they're wrong and just apologize? Hemorrhaging whack tons of energy to being defensive and deflecting or counterattacking or all these kinds of things that result when we could just save all that energy and just be more close and more connected if we could just apologize and admit when we're wrong. There is one massive reason why this is such a common problem. I'm going to explain that in this video, and nearer to the end of the video, I'm going to give you a new principle that you can work with to start to make it a little bit easier to separate our association of mistakes and the most stressful emotion that human beings feel, the most stressful emotion that we can feel. I'm going to dive in. Here we go. So I can remember being in high school, and there was this one particular teacher, and this guy, I mean, I'm not going to pull punches. Full disclosure, I think this guy was a total jerk. He was quite sarcastic, but I always had the impression that he thought he was kind of like smarter than everybody else and more sophisticated. And he used to pick out somebody in his classes, one or two kids, and he would tease them and tease them. And as I reflected on this in the years after that, I realized that this fool, this outright fool, was trying to make himself feel superior at the expense of a kid, a child, somebody who's developmentally not even finished growing their brain out, y'all, in order, because he liked the laughs, he liked ingratiating himself with the popular kids by teasing or picking on somebody who was less popular or unpopular. And many of us have seen teachers or clergy people or parents or extended family members show up in this way, where what they do is they take people's mistakes and they shame them for them. And that is why so many people struggle to admit their mistakes, to admit when they're wrong, is because we have a very tight association. The vast majority of us have this association that being wrong is shameful, because we've been shamed when we've made mistakes or missteps or we've misspoken. We've been shamed for it. Now, why is that a problem? Shame is hands down the most stressful emotion that human beings are capable of, because shame says I'm bad. Not my actions, words, or choices were bad, but I'm bad. I'm fundamentally wrong. And this is extraordinarily stressful because what our human sort of evolutionary biology drives us to do is to connect. However, the math that happens in here is, if I'm bad, I could lose connection. I could lose love. I could lose belonging. I could lose friends. And this doesn't leave us when we graduate from childhood and become fully formed adults. We struggle to admit that we're wrong or to apologize because we're afraid to lose respect or admiration or influence or, yes, indeed, love and relationships. So the association of being wrong with shame is one that we have to keep in front of us and break down. Here's a principle to help you to do that. I want to suggest to you that we all have a right to be wrong. I'm going to say that again. We have a right to be wrong. We don't have a right to harm or to hurt or to cause, damage to other people. Of course we don't have a right to do that. But if we are wrong and we make a mistake, understanding that that is part of a human growth curve in many cases, making appropriate amends, being accountable, and changing the behavior is everything. So tell me what you think about this. I want to have a conversation down in the comments. Take care now, y'all.